Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Frankly FM84. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Bello Calcio. We are currently out in Japan in the J-League managing Shonan Bellmare. So if you were with us yesterday, you'd have seen that we kicked off Season 3 with a win. We got 3 points on the board at the first point of asking against Jubilo Iwata. Since then, we have pushed through quite a few games. We have gone through the transfer deadline. So let's show you what we have done and how we have been performing as we catch up. If we go to the schedule, you can see that since the Jubilo Iwata game, we have beaten Urawa Red Diamonds 3-1 with goals from Machida, Barada and Machida getting their third goal. We absolutely outplayed them, 19 shots, 9 on target, and it was a good result there. We then had a 2-2 draw against Vissel Kobe in a tough game, a top-of-the-table clash. We had goals from Patati and Wurton getting his first goal for the club, and Asako and Sakai getting goals for Vissel Kobe. Pretty fair result in the end. If you look at the stats there, we had more shots. They had more shots on target. It was a pretty fair result. We could just take the point and move on. We then played Shanghai Port in the Champions League and absolutely steamrolled them. This was the game that I thought we would have quite a bit of difficulty in. Turned out that it was a walk in the park. We had 30 shots, 10 of which on target. We scored 3 goals. Goals from Machida, Miyuki and Nago. And yeah, not the team that I thought they were, Shanghai Port. We then beat Cerezo Osaka. Goals from Wurton, Nago and Machida, getting the 3 points there as we played really well. They did have their chances, but we were cleanly caught in front of goal and we got out with the 3 points. We then beat Yokohama 4-1. Goals from Miyuki, Patati, Machida and Wurton, enough to get us 3 points there. We then played April 25 in the Champions League. Absolutely battered these again. 3-0. Takahashi, Hata and Okazaki getting the goals. We had 31 shots, 14 on target. Reduced them to just 1 of each in that category. Then last time out, another Champions League game, a 0-0 draw. We had already qualified, so nothing on the line here really. And a point was a fair result. Both teams going for it. Both teams coming away with a point. So in terms of the league table, this is how it stands. We have only played 5 games, so we're on 13 points. Both Yokohama and Vissel Kobe above us have played 6 games. Yokohama are on 16 points from 6 games. If we win our game in hand, we will join them on that amount. In terms of the Champions League, we have played 5 games. We have 13 points. Jeonbuk chasing us with 10. Shanghai Port with 6. And April 25, bottom of the table with a -12 goal difference. So that brings us nicely up to date then. In terms of the transfer market, there was no players that came in. There were a few players that went out, some of those being youth teamers. So nothing really to catch up on. The squad is as it was. And that means that we are just going to roll into the Kashiwa Reysol game and see if we can pick up another 3 points in our quest to retain the J-League. This is it then, the lineup that we're going to put out against Kashiwa Reysol. We are going to have Tani in goal, Takahashi, Ono, Aranda and Hata. We've got Nago, Patati and Miyuki as the midfield 3. Machida, Wurton and Maxwell now building up a nice connection between the front 3. Hopefully they will continue to score goals and bring us points. Players then are entering the field of play. The time for talking is over. The huddles are done. The lineups are announced. The game has kicked off and we are up and running. So most of our games we have been starting quite brightly, and that isn't what we want to see, as Maxwell is the first player to have to leave the pitch after only 7 minutes. He has picked up an injury, so Nishikawa is going to come on and replace him. Not what we were looking for as the first flashpoint of the game. An injury to our star striker. Let's hope that isn't a bad one. Normally when he has to come off like that, we're looking weeks or months. And that certainly isn't the start we were looking for either, as Pedro Raul has scored for Kashiwa Reysol straight away. 10 minutes, well, 11 on the clock now. And that is pretty disappointing. So it's a throw-in that isn't defended very well. They get the time to turn on the ball, play it back to Koga. He's just going to loft it into the box, and Pedro Raul is beating that. Surely that can't be Aranda. It's got to be Ono. He's beaten to the ball as he heads it into the far corner, and we are behind. So what can we do? How can we respond? We are on the attack with a throw-in. Goes to Machida, back to Takahashi, plays in Nago. What's he going to do with it? Turns back to Takahashi. Can he cross the ball? Can, but he hits the man. Keeps it in play. Plays it to Nago. Back to Takahashi. Is he going to cross it this time? No, he's going to go to ground and he's going to win us a penalty. It's going to go to VAR, but there's no doubts about this one, surely. He's knocked the ball past the man. He's stuck his leg out. He's gone over him. This one should be a clear-cut penalty, and it is. So, we are going to have... Who's going to step up and take this? Maxwell is normally the penalty taker. It's Miyuki, and he smashes it into the bottom corner and gives us a 1-1 scoreline. Brilliantly took penalty, calm, cool, collected, smashes it right-footed into the bottom corner. That's a great equaliser after we fall behind early on. So only behind for 5 minutes, and that's the kind of response that we are looking for in the team. And a corner now, which Miyuki is going to cross over. We had 2 bites at it. Aranda had a header. Ono had a shot at the near post, and it's put out for a throw-in. Do not want to be missing too many of those chances, especially as we look like the team that are the aggressors now, as we have another chance. Takahashi to Nago, back to Takahashi, back to Nago, Miyuki, all the way back to Ono on the halfway line. It's a bit of a questionable decision, but I suppose he's got room in front of him. And then he goes all the way back to Tani. What are we doing here? Aranda is going to try and organise us, place the ball over the top, gives it straight to the goalkeeper. Questionable passing there from the players. Pretty sure that went in the game plan to turn around and go all the way back to the defender and then all the way back to the goalkeeper. But hey-ho, we're back on the attack with Takahashi. He's going to cross it in. There is Nishikawa at the back post, comes on to replace Wellington, and he has tucked it home to give us a lead. So we're only behind for a total of 13 minutes. The flares are going off in the crowd. The fans clearly love that one. It's a great work goal, actually. When Takahashi hits this ball, I did think, well, who's there? And there's only Nishikawa at the back post. He's got 4 yellow shirts between him and the ball, and he still manages to get there, still puts it in the back of the net. And we are up and running in terms of leaders of the game. We are only a point behind Yokohama, and I think we will have a game in hand still, which means that they aren't winning at the moment. Takahashi's crossing again. Getting into all kinds of brilliant positions down his left-hand side is Takahashi. Definitely one of the players that we have developed since we've been at the club. I don't remember him being that good in the first season, but now he's definitely an attacking defender who can whip a ball in like that. And here he is again on the ball. Nago, ball over the top. Machida's into the channel. What can he do with it? He's got a man in the box. He's got 2 men in the box. He's going to pick one of them out. Wurton has put the header wide. Probably easier to score there. Could have just gone back across goal. Instead he went for near post. And the ball goes out of play. I really would like us to get a 3rd goal here, to be honest. I don't really think that we sit on 1-goal leads too well, especially when we give up some of the chances that we do. We're on the attack again. Takahashi got himself a booking, but he's running at his man. This is what I mean about him being an attacking defender. Nago all the way back to Miyuki, to Patati. What can he do? Finds Hatat. So the other side of the pitch now from the fullbacks. The cross comes in straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Not much happening there. We now need to get back defensively in terms of our shape, and Aranda is there to calm everybody down at the back. Sets the ball rolling on another attack, which Hato is bringing the ball down the right-hand side again. Cuts it back to Patati. The little magician is in the box. He's going to find Wurton. It's all the time in the world to take a shot. Doesn't do it. And there is Takahashi, just as we were talking about him being an attacking fullback. Gets himself on the score sheet. Wurton's so unselfish. Like, when the ball comes from Patati here, so this pass now, Wurton could have just hit this. Instead, he turns back, finds a difficult pass, actually. It's got to go past one man. The ball's then got to go past 2 of them, but it doesn't matter. It's in the back of the net. And we are 3-1 up. Heading towards half-time then, we have got in control and we are comfortable in the game. 15 shots, 7 on target during the first half is a decent amount. What's going on here? So we've got a free kick for Kashiwa Reysol. Pedro Raul is doing some damage in the air. So he won the header that got them the first goal. He's just won the header that set up their second goal. And all of a sudden it's back to a 1-goal margin. Tiaguinho to Pedro Raul, and Kamiya puts it into the net. Tani can't get down and make the save. And that's a little bit disappointing to give a goal away like that. It's kind of Route 1 football. We're normally much better at dealing with that. I guess when Pedro Raul gets himself away from Aranda, he's going to be bullying Ono all game. Might be something to look at. But back on the attack, see if we can get that 2-goal cushion back. Miyuki to Nago, ball out to Hatu. He's got loads of space to walk into. Decides to hesitate, crosses it in. Nishikawa with the header at the near post this time. Can't get it into the net. And it stays at 3-2. Free kick in a dangerous place. Miyuki crosses it straight to the goalkeeper. Well done, Miyuki. Looking at the players here. Takahashi, Patati, Nago. 3 names to probably watch in terms of substitutions. Massive long ball up the field. What is Tani doing there? Comes out, plays to Takahashi. I was only one bounce the ball away from a heart attack, I think, because it wasn't 100% sure that Tani was going to get there, but he does. Gets the ball away, and then we give it away to Kashiwa Reysol. They aren't backing down at all. They're coming at us with everything that they've got too. A Daleton on the right-hand side. He's going to look to beat his man, gets the cross in, and there is Pedro Raul again. Pedro Raul doing all the damage. It's not been a good game at all for Ono. I am going to swap these two over because it seems like... See, here's Aranda. Oh, so it's Aranda he actually comes off of this time. I thought it was Ono again, but no. Aranda doesn't get up, can't get the header, can't... Like, gets out muscled, basically. Well, let's try and make a little change then. See if we can't get a bit of midfield magic happening through Barada. Got Patati on a yellow and a slight... Well, he's not 100%, is he? And then we have got... In fact, I'm going to bring Bagger on and place him in place of Ono, just to give us somebody else in the centre-back position to see if we can't stop Pedro Raul from bullying the centre-backs, basically. We're on the attack. Barada comes in, almost makes an instant impact. What a substitution that would have been had he have popped that ball into the far corner. But instead, it's Kashiwa Reysol, and they are on the attack down the right-hand side. And they have been doing damage down here. Cross is coming into the box. We need to stop this one if we can. It's played back to Koga. There's the cross in. And a Daleton, all he had to do was head it down, and they would have been in the lead for the first time. Oh, for the second time in the game, because obviously we came back from behind to begin with. But yeah, dangerous. The amount of crosses that are catching our defenders out. Would like it if we could start tightening that up at the back. We have a free kick here. Takahashi to Barada. Out to Hatta. He's got lots of room to work with. Cuts it back. Wurton with the shot blocked. The second shot was also blocked. And Hatta trying to take the ball away. But Seguar has done well. He's going to move up the through the middle of the pitch now. And they are going to get the ball into Pedro Raul. They've got a shot away. It's blocked, thankfully for us. But they've got the ball still in the box. It's cut back. And Aranda does his brick wall impersonation to get the ball away. We have one change left to make. We're going to bring a Hashi on for Machida, see if we can't get a fresh pair of legs up front and maybe use them against defenders that are looking a little bit tired in terms of Kashiwa Reysol. But we need a goal from somewhere, and we now have the ball with Bagger, who goes all the way back to Tani. He's going to lump it forwards. Don't know if that's the best option, but Wurton has somehow turned his man. He's in on goal. Wurton's hit the post. I was about to say Wurton wins the game, and no, he hits the post. The ball comes out. Thought he would have done a little bit better with the finish from there. Done everything right, though. Beat the goalkeeper, just could not beat the upright, and it means that we have dropped points. Let's go and have a look at how Yokohama's game finished and see how it affects the league table. Through the media reaction page, through this initial responses page, please, again, do something. So looking at the competitions, our drop points mean that we are now 5 points behind Yokohama. We do have that game in hand. They're on 19, we're on 14. Vissel Kobe also on 14. And we've got teams below us who have also played a game more. So fingers crossed that isn't going to damage the season too much. Let's have a look at the schedule then. 2 draws on the bounce now. We have got Kawasaki Frontal and Consadole Sapporo coming up before we play against Shanghai Port in the Champions League, and I think that's where we're going to come back. Going to round out the Champions League. So we start the Champions League and finish the Champions League with one of these episodes, and then we'll move forwards into the season after that. Right, before I wrap this one up then, if you are enjoying the content, if you have enjoyed today's video, you've enjoyed everything else that's on the channel, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to help the channel out. It's grown so much in the first year. I'm so thankful to everybody that's took time to interact with the channel. But for this one, I'm going to wrap it up here. Come back tomorrow when we take on Shanghai Port in the Champions League.